Hiya, Honest Discussioner here. Interesting CNN polls up there right now. If you're watching this video, not on the day it's posted, it's probably not there anymore. But currently, there's 20,000 votes cast for whether or not you believe in God. Uh, and so far, the tally is 66% no, which is interesting. I know it's not a scientific poll, but that seems to be a very high number. I mean, there could be an atheist that's just in there, voting, 1,000 times over and over again. Um, but yeah, I got this from Atheist at Large's video, and I have to agree with him when it said if this actually made it to the broadcast, that'd be pretty interesting. Now, so go out and vote if it isn't too late already, and check out the results for yourself and tell me what you think. Now, I had an interesting thought, a bit of a strange thought, a thought that I'm afraid might come off as just being sensational and just unfair. Uh, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I have to just kind of get this out there and see what people think about it. Let's just look a second for the concept of heaven. Now, you have a place that's supposed to be a utopia, um, and everyone there is completely pure and perfect. There's no traces of imperfection here at all, and any imperfection is just not allowed. If you approach the pearly gates and you are 99% pure, um, you're not allowed in, and not only are you not allowed in, you have to go to hell where you're tortured forever. Now, we all have our issues with this, but for the most part, we've just accepted this as, what Christians believe, because that's what they do. Here's the thing. The comparison that I made accidentally, or at least I came across this accidentally on one of the comments I made on one of my replies I made on one of my videos, is that this sounds an awfully lot like basically spiritual eugenics. If you think I'm crazy or this is a stupid argument, feel free to tell me so. But it seems like you have, certain unnamed genocidal regimes of the 1940s kind of had this one drop rule sort of thing, at least in most cases, where any Jewish impurities meant you had to get out, and later on you had to be tortured and killed. That you couldn't allow any sort of imperfection at all, and that had to be strained out of society. And isn't that kind of what heaven is supposed to be? It's the utopia that makes sure that all of the people that are even slightly imperfect don't taint with their slight imperfections. Forget about accepting people who are a little bit less than perfect, loving them in spite of their problems and loving them for any bit of good they have. But this is quite the opposite. It sounds a lot like just spiritual eugenics, and I'm only stating exactly what Christians technically believe. They believe that if you're not perfect, which is only attained through believing that Jesus Christ died for your sins, you don't get to go to heaven, no matter how good you've done, because you're not up to that level. But that's the same thing with certain former very demonized programs, in which it doesn't matter how German you are, just using German as an example here, you have any Jewish in you, and I'm having trouble with this here, because half of me thinks this is just, I'm just being sensational, that's the last thing I want to be, and the other half of me says this seems pretty accurate. So tell me what you think, guys. Am I just off my rocker here, or what? Christians, atheists, tell me what you think. Have a nice day. Stick 'em on Friday, by the way. Honest Discussioner, out.